Day 13 in the month of October. Reading from the book of Proverbs, chapter 13, verse 1 to 25. New International Version, it says, Introduction. Proverbs 13 offers practical wisdom about life, character, and relationships, helping us distinguish between wise and foolish behavior. Solomon, the author, uses contrasts to show the benefits of righteousness and wisdom over foolishness and wickedness. This chapter also applies to many areas of everyday life, such as family relationships, work ethic, and the importance of self-control. Verse 1. A wise son heeds his father's instruction, but a mocker does not respond to rebukes. This verse contrasts the wise and the foolish. A wise person, especially a child, listens to the correction and guidance of their parents or elders, while a mocker rejects it. Now, imagine a student who constantly disregards their teacher's advice. They struggle because they refuse to follow guidance, while another student flourishes by listening and applying feedback. In the same way, listening to those who offer wisdom can make a significant difference in our lives. Verse 2. From the fruit of their lips people enjoy good things, but the unfaithful have an appetite for violence. Our words have power. Those who speak good and honest things will enjoy the fruits of their words, but those who are unfaithful and speak evil invite conflict. Now think of how positive, encouraging words can uplift someone, strengthening relationships. On the contrary, harmful, dishonest words create division and bring trouble, just as arguments can escalate due to carelessness with speech. Verse 3. Those who guard their lips preserve their lives, but those who speak rashly will come to ruin. Words can be either life-preserving or destructive. Being mindful of what we say helps protect us, while speaking recklessly leads to harm. Just consider someone who often speaks without thinking. They may offend others or damage their reputation, but someone who chooses their words carefully avoids unnecessary conflict and maintains peace. Verse 4. A sluggard's appetite is never filled, but the desires of the diligent are fully satisfied. Laziness leads to dissatisfaction, while hard work brings fulfillment. Illustration. This could relate to someone who spends their time avoiding responsibilities, never achieving their goals. On the other hand, diligent workers see the fruits of their labor, whether in financial stability or personal satisfaction. Verse 5. The righteous hate what is false, but the wicked make themselves a stench and bring shame on themselves. Those who live righteously are repulsed by lies and deceit. In contrast, the wicked tarnish their reputation through dishonesty. Think about how trust is foundational to any relationship. If a person is caught lying, they damage their credibility, while truth-tellers are respected and trusted. Verse 6. Righteousness guards the person of integrity, but wickedness overthrows the sinner. Integrity provides protection and guidance, while sin brings downfall. A person with integrity may face challenges, but will stand firm. Meanwhile, someone involved in shady practices, such as fraud, eventually faces the consequences. Verse 7. One person pretends to be rich, yet has nothing. Another pretends to be poor, yet has great wealth. Appearances can be deceiving. Some people project an image of wealth without substance, while others may appear humble, but are truly wealthy in character or resources. Social media often shows people flaunting luxurious lifestyles, but their reality might be financial instability. On the contrary, someone who lives modestly might be secure and content. Verse 8. A person's riches may ransom their life, but the poor cannot respond to threatening rebukes. Explanation. Wealth can sometimes be used to resolve difficult situations, but the poor, lacking resources, may be more vulnerable. Illustration. Imagine a wealthy person being able to pay legal fees to avoid jail time, while someone without those means might face harsher consequences. Verse 9. The light of the righteous shines brightly, but the lamp of the wicked is snuffed out. The righteous shine brightly in their conduct and life, while the wicked eventually lose their influence and fall into darkness. Think of how someone known for kindness and honesty is admired and sought after, while those known for dishonesty eventually find themselves alone. Verse 10. Where there is strife, there is pride, but wisdom is found in those who take advice. Pride causes conflict, while wisdom comes through humility and openness to guidance. In everyday life, stubbornness often leads to unnecessary arguments. On the other hand, accepting feedback with humility leads to better relationships and outcomes. Verse 11, dishonest money dwindles away, but whoever gathers money little by little makes it grow. Wealth gained dishonestly is unsustainable, while money earned through hard work and patience grows steadily. A person who invests wisely over time sees their wealth increase, while someone who gambles or cheats may lose everything quickly. Verse 12, hope deferred makes the heart sick, but a longing fulfilled is a tree of life. Waiting for something important can be emotionally exhausting, but when that hope is realized, it brings life and joy. Think of someone waiting for a job opportunity. The wait can feel endless and discouraging, but when they finally get it, their joy is overwhelming. Verse 13, whoever scorns instruction will pay for it, but whoever respects a command is rewarded. Ignoring wisdom leads to consequences, while respecting instruction brings reward. In any profession, those who dismiss the advice of their mentors may struggle. Those who follow guidance often find success. Verse 14, the teaching of the wise is a fountain of life, turning a person from the snares of death. Wisdom from the wise provides life-giving instruction, helping people avoid dangerous and destructive paths. Just imagine a mentor who guides their student away from poor decisions, like getting involved in harmful habits. The wisdom they provide helps the student flourish, while avoiding the consequences of bad choices. Verse 15, good judgment wins favor, but the way of the unfaithful leads to their destruction. Using sound judgment brings favor from others, while being unfaithful or dishonest leads to downfall. In a business setting, a person who makes fair and thoughtful decisions earns respect and success. But those who lie or cheat lose their credibility and may face failure. Verse 16, all who are prudent act with knowledge, but fools expose their folly. A prudent person acts wisely, taking time to think things through, while a fool rushes into situations without understanding, exposing their foolishness. Consider someone who invests their money carefully, researching first, compared to someone who jumps into a risky investment without knowledge, only to lose everything. A wicked messenger falls into trouble, but a trustworthy envoy brings healing. Someone who spreads falsehood or bad news carelessly causes trouble, but a trustworthy person can deliver messages that promote healing and reconciliation. In the workplace, a rumor monger creates division and distrust, while a person who speaks the truth brings peace and resolves conflicts. Verse 18, whoever disregards discipline comes to poverty and shame, but whoever heeds correction is honored. Ignoring correction and discipline leads to shame and poverty, while those who accept correction gain honor and success. A student who refuses to listen to their teacher's advice fails the course, while the one who accepts feedback and improves receives praise and recognition. Verse 19, a longing fulfilled is sweet to the soul, but fools detest turning from evil. Achieving what one has longed for is deeply satisfying, but fools resist the idea of leaving their sinful ways, even though it leads to their detriment. Think about a person who works hard to achieve a goal. The joy they feel when it's accomplished is immense. However, someone who is attached to bad habits, like dishonesty, refuses to change even when they know it's ruining their life. Verse 20, walk with the wise and become wise, for a companion of fools suffers harm. Surrounding yourself with wise people leads to wisdom, but associating with foolish individuals brings trouble. If you hang out with successful, hardworking friends, you'll likely pick up good habits. But if you spend time with those who constantly make poor choices, it's easy to get caught in their destructive lifestyle. Verse 21, trouble pursues the sinner, but the righteous are rewarded with good things. Sin leads to trouble and consequences, while righteousness leads to blessings and good outcomes. A person involved in illegal activities is constantly looking over their shoulder, expecting consequences. In contrast, those who live with integrity often experience peace and prosperity. Verse 22, A good person leaves an inheritance for their children's children, but a sinner's wealth is stored up for the righteous. A righteous person plans and leaves a legacy for future generations, while the wealth of sinners eventually ends up in the hands of the righteous. A hard-working parent may build up savings to support not only their children, but also their grandchildren. But someone who gains wealth through dishonest means may lose it, and it may benefit those who live rightly. Verse 23, an unplowed field produces food for the poor, but injustice sweeps it away. Even unworked land has the potential to produce food, but when there is injustice, that provision can be taken away. In a community, there may be enough resources for everyone, but when corruption or greed prevails, it takes away what could have benefited the less fortunate. Verse 24, whoever spares the rod hates their children, but the one who loves their children is careful to discipline them. Proper discipline is an act of love. Failing to correct a child's behavior is seen as neglectful, while loving parents guide their children with discipline, just like a coach corrects an athlete to help them improve. A parent who disciplines their child does so out of love, ensuring they grow up to be responsible and respectful. Verse 25, the righteous eat to their heart's content, but the stomach of the wicked goes hungry. The righteous enjoy the fruits of their labor and are satisfied, while the wicked are left in want because of their wrong choices. Someone who works honestly and diligently can enjoy their meals with peace, while someone involved in unethical activities may face poverty or dissatisfaction due to the consequences of their actions. Conclusion. Proverbs 13 highlights key principles for living a life of wisdom, righteousness, and diligence. Each verse contrasts the rewards of wise living with the consequences of foolishness and wickedness. The chapter encourages self-control, careful speech, the pursuit of integrity, and hard work. It also emphasizes the importance of surrounding oneself with wise counsel and staying open to correction. Through these practical insights, we learn how to live in ways that honor God and lead to a fulfilling life. May the good Lord bless His word in our hearts and help us to be doers of His word. In Jesus' mighty name, amen. Kindly subscribe and turn on post notification for more prayers and Bible reading. God bless you.